Hello, and welcome to another edition of Good Deeds. It's brought to you by justserve.org. There are so many organizations here in the Sacramento area that every day are helping people and making this a better community. If you'd like to get involved through volunteering or donations, justserve.org is a great place to start. Today, we are talking to Salwat Kasabian from Folsom's Hope. Thank you for being on Good Deeds, and thank you for what you're doing in the community.
Thank you for having me, Sheryl.
I'd love to find out more about how Folsom's Hope got started and who is it that you're serving here in the Sacramento area?
Yeah, so Folsom's Hope got started really from my personal journey of having my own kids in school, going to a school here of greatest need in Folsom that had lots of needs of these kids that I had no idea about, even living in Folsom for a few years by then. So just being exposed to that and seeing the need and then really feeling called to do something about it. That's kind of how it started like 15 years ago for me. So so really what Folsom's Hope does is provide support for at-risk students here in Folsom. And there are 2 elementary schools and a middle school that have a higher percentage of need, higher percentage of students living in poverty, that we come alongside and support through mentoring, after-school programming, and there are things that we do by extension with the families as well.
Wow, you certainly can't underestimate the need. I think in years past, that need was there, but no one was really paying attention to it. But once you start looking, there's a lot of kids that could benefit from these services.
Absolutely. And Folsom's kind of this funny no man's land where we have a need, but not enough of a need to qualify for traditional grant funding for programs through the schools, or extra intervention monies at the school to help support these kids academically. So Folsom's Hope has become really a gap filler to help more holistically support these students and families in need.
How does Folsom's Hope get involved in helping a student? How do they come to your attention? How do you get connected?
That's a great question. So all of our, when I started this out as a volunteer, it was me eyes on, meeting with teachers, talking to them about particular students that might be a good fit for our program. As years have gone on and my own kids are no longer in school, it's really referrals through principals, administrators in school offices, teachers, social workers, anyone who's working with these students that are exhibiting really a need maybe greater than some of the other students. So really the students that we look to support are living at or below poverty level. They are not doing well financially. They are struggling academically as a result of usually a lot of what's going on maybe at home for them. And they can use that extra support for additional hours outside of the school day, or one-on-one with a mentor during the lunchtime once a week.
Are you finding that in recent years, the need for your services is growing in the area?
Yes. And it's, while our need, we've definitely seen the need grow, not just in terms of the number of students that have a need, but the amount of need, particularly with learning loss that has happened due to COVID and a lot of mental health issues and fallout that have happened as a result of COVID as well. So because we operate on school campuses, things looked a little different for us during this COVID time. We were back on campus with our after-school programs last school year, and will be again this school year. So we're hoping to be able to restart mentoring and be able to provide more support for our students through that avenue as well. But yes, the need is great.
I'll bet. Now, in addition to tutoring and mental health services, what are some of the other needs that you help these students with?
So our mission really is to love the whole family, give hope to the whole family by loving the whole child. So we have a goal of holistic support for the students and by extension, their families. So a student, let's just say a student is referred to our after-school program. They come in, we get to know them. We have a parent component of our after-school program. And so we start to build relationship, not just with that student, but with the family as well. And as we start to see needs, we are able to either partner with other organizations in our community to help support those needs, or on our own be able to support these students and families as well. So that could look like something, a child has some shoes and they have holes in them and they need an extra pair of shoes. We can provide that to a student. During COVID, about 3 years ago, a local church established a Benevolence Fund. They gave us an offering, and so we have funds that we are able to use to help support our families financially. So that was new to us about 3 years ago, really just in time for all of kind of the COVID mess. So it could be rental assistance. During COVID, it was a lot of groceries and diapers and things that our families just needed to help each month. So it can look a variety of ways. It can be a referral to the social worker on site if it's a mental health issue, or even helping navigate the Medi-Cal system to find a counselor for their student, that sort of thing.
Well, it sounds like the need is always there for donations to help buy some of these things that the families really depend on through your organization. What are some of the needs that you have for volunteering? If people could volunteer their time, how could they help you?
Yes, so volunteers, we use many volunteers. Again, assuming our Lunch Buddy mentoring programs are going to be back up and running, we start those that first week of September, which is going to be right around the corner. And we can always use we never have more than enough mentors. We always have a wait list of kids at the 3 school sites where we run the program. So mentors, if it's something people can commit to each and every week to be there for lunch for their student that they work with one-on-one, we would love to have more mentors. In the after school program, that looks like helping students, either a student or a group of students, with their academic homework completion is our first goal, and then academic enrichment. So for our power hour, our homework hour, we're able to utilize volunteers to help students with those, with their academics as well.
Lots of ways to get involved, lots of ways to help. And I imagine your website is a great place to find out more information about all of them, folsomshope.org. And once they get on that website, where should they go to look for opportunities to get involved?
Yeah, so we have a volunteer tab on our website that volunteers can go to. There is a contact form. If people want to contact me directly, they can shoot me that form. It comes directly to my email, and I will respond as soon as I get those. Some other ways that are coming up. One is we have our 2nd annual Golf for Hope event. That's our annual fundraiser, and that's happening September 26th at Cameron Park Country Club. So there's lots of information on our website about that as well, and ways to donate online as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for all the work that you're doing for families in the community. And thanks for being on Good Deeds today.
Thank you, Sheryl. I appreciate you.